Hundreds of people from eastern Kentucky and thousands of others from across the country gathered today to show support for the coal industry in our nation's capital. WYMT's Matthew Rand and Tanner Hesterberg were the only reporters from our region covering the event in Washington, D.C. They join us now with more. Matthew and Tanner.
The sun has gone down, cooling things off here in Washington, but the support for coal could not have been hotter Tuesday afternoon, Tanner.
Well, that's right, Matt. Eastern Kentucky was well represented at the coal rally, but the rally also drew people from states like Wyoming and even Colorado. Organizers called it the Rally for American Energy Jobs, but coal was the main topic of discussion.
I don't know about you, but it makes my blood boil to see Hollywood liberals plug in their electric car and think that they can run their little car without any coal.
Many people affected by coal layoffs blame Environmental Protection Agency regulations.
The war is underway. This administration has a war on coal, and that's why you're here today. Yep. But we intend to fight back.
Brandon Maiden is a laid-off miner from Harlan County who made the trip to Washington even though he barely had enough money for gas.
In Harlan, they just ain't much going on right now. Coal's going down, just they ain't nowhere to go. You can't work. You have to go out west or move away or take a job you ain't comfortable with.
Maiden and thousands of others here are hoping EPA officials loosen the regulations in question. Regulations designed to reduce pollution in the air and water and prevent global warming. Now, organizers of the rally chose to have it Tuesday because it coincided with a government meeting, Matthew, on the topic of Environmental Protection Agency regulations.
That's right, Tanner. Lawmakers wanted to hear from folks who live and work in coal-producing areas about ways the EPA might be affecting the way they live. Members of the House Energy and Commerce Committee heard testimony in the hearing titled EPA's Regulatory Threat to Affordable, Reliable Energy, the Perspective of Coal Communities. Some lawmakers, including Kentucky Representative John Yarmuth, said current mining practices do more harm than good.
Two recent studies found communities near mountaintop removal sites showed elevated risks of birth defects, while adult hospitalizations for chronic pulmonary disorders and hypertension increase in these communities as coal production does.
But panel members, including Bell County Judge Executive Albie Brock, defended the industry as a way of life.
Many eastern Kentuckians are leaving their homes and their communities and their families to work in other parts of the country. What does the future of our region hold for those of us that remain?
Brock told subcommittee members Kentucky's economy is more dependent on coal than Detroit is upon the auto industry. Now, I talked to Albie Brock after the meeting. He said he felt like it was productive, and he hoped that it was, quote, the straw that broke the camel's back when it came to easing some EPA regulations.
And if you missed any of our coverage from Tuesday in Washington, D.C., you can check it out on WYMT.com. For Matthew Rand, I'm Tanner Hesterberg in Washington, D.C. Now back to you.
Now, most speakers at the Capitol said they were not opposed to all rules and regulations, but they do want EPA officials to come to coal country to try and find some common ground.